Hello everybody, 80 of the day, Jeff here, commit, don't quit, from one to another. Anyways, thanks very much for coming, I really appreciate it, and like I said to some people and stuff like that, not everybody that's been coming in has seen it, but the last week or so, I've just been doing like a intro, like a starting soon. It runs for about 10 minutes before we go live. It's like a notification, since when you run OBS, the notifications, like if you're running just straight YouTube live stream, usually sends the notifications. I think it takes a little bit of time. So what I've been doing is just running, it just says starting soon, it's a countdown for 10 minutes and then starts pretty much on the hour. But if you're wondering, that's all it is. I don't expect people to come in and that, I mean, I love that people do, thanks very much, and you know, they can chat and that. But I just want everybody to know I'm not trying to say come 10 minutes early. It just kind of let people know that that we're going live. That's all it is. Anyways, I'll get to things. Hope you're having a good day. It's Friday, right? It's Friday. Hope you can hear me out when I set the turn the music off. I hope everything came back up. I'm gonna say hi to everybody. Sorry, I did see some people there, and I apologize. I was trying to say hi at the beginning, and then usually what I'm doing, the 10 minutes before I go live, I'm eating lunch. I couldn't find anything to eat, so I was having some yogurt and a banana. Anyways, great to have you here. Thanks again. Country Cycle Cam, how you doing, buddy? Lindsay Bennison. That's Dave from Desmond's Donder's wife. Everybody say hi to Lindsay and Country Cycle Cam. J Real Slots, how you doing, buddy? It's great to see you. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I realize, you know, people just might come and say hi, but I really do appreciate you coming. Thanks again. Cartoon that commit don't quit. I like that saying. Thanks a lot. Yeah, so do I. Guess what? Commit don't quit. You like that? Anyways, yeah, that's where it all started. Last summer, before we started a YouTube channel. Name the channel Idiot of the Day. Somebody had road rage on my wife last summer while we were out going up to her parents for a trip and that up north, and she got scared. They came at the car. We didn't know what was going to happen. And after she left, anyways, she said that guy's an idiot. He's an idiot of the day. That's where the name came. That's all it is. Nothing more than that. And commit, don't quit. Literally, about 2 weeks before we did it, my wife was shopping at Old Navy. She came across this shirt. She says, "Oh, Jeff needs something to jazz himself up." She came across it. I said, "What a cool saying. What a cool slogan." And she said, "You know what? Once I started, about a month and a half after I started this, started going live," she says, "You know, we can call it Idiot of the Day, but why don't we call the live stream something else? Like, still part of the Idiot of the Day, but the live stream something else is just once a day to talk to people, to get to know people, and it's kind of like a coffee talk, but it's a great way to get to talking to friends and stuff on here, get to know their channels and stuff like that. But just a bunch of people coming on and pretty much chatting and stuff like that. So we called it Commit Don't Quit. It was kind of I like the slogan myself, so we went with it. Eileen Vayu, the fam. Hey, Jeff, Idiot of the Day. How are you? Good, Eileen. How are you? I hope you're doing good. It's great to see you. Thanks very much, everybody, for coming. Seven's enough. Woo woo. Hey, Dawn, how are you? It's good to see you. You know what? Say hi to Dawn, everybody. Seven's enough. Say hi to each other. You know what? If you like what you see, there's a subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner. You can hit that subscribe if you like. If you hit the notification bell next to it, you get notified for lives and videos when they get sent out. And there's my used car salesman pitch for the day. How's that? No, I realize you're supposed to say it usually at the beginning, at the end, to subscribe and stuff. Anyways, that's out of the way. It's good to see you. Thanks again for coming, everybody. I really do appreciate it. I know it's Friday. People have things to do. You know, it's the weekend. I talk about a mile a minute. But if I could slow this down, I probably would have more to say by the end of the show. But thanks for coming. Much appreciated. Muscle Car Appraisal. Hey, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Thank you very, very much for coming. Every day we've been trying to jazz things up by putting different videos out and that on the stream and stuff. Just like an image. How would everybody like to see me wear like a Hawaiian shirt and stuff while we're at the beach someday? My wife says, she was talking to Jerry from Geo Jerry's Adventures. He said, "You should jazz it up, wear some sunglasses, put some suntan lotion on, have a towel and stuff at the beach." So, you know, maybe we'll do that next week. Neil Blake Gaming, hey, stopping by to show us some love. Neil, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. You know what? It's very nice to see you. Thanks again for dropping in. I much appreciate it, buddy. Much appreciated. Let's see here. Let's see. Eileen, that's a great lunch. Oh, wait a second. I forgot the one most important item, Eileen. My water, or as Gary Scandal always says, it's my shine, right? Look at that, hey? It's a shine. You can't even see it here. Look at that. It disappears. Comes back. Disappears. Okay. Anyways, You know what? I always drink some water on the stream. Eileen, I didn't think about it. I was out for a walk for about half an hour. I'm starting to get in better shape, everybody, again. I started getting into the exercising this last week. I started, before you know it, a couple months, about June, I'll be good old in shape Jeff again. I'll be back up to about 5 clicks a day. I usually walked every day, walked 7 days a week, 5 kilometers a day. Took me, started an hour, down to 40, 45 minutes at the most. Put my tunes in, listen how old I sound. Get the phone or radio out or whatever, put them on, and walk, and off you go. 5 kilometers doesn't take long, and you know what? If you do that every day, start drinking a lot of water, take a lot of the other garbage out of your system, you can slim down. My face will start slimming. I have to keep the beard off my face, get some sunshine on the old chrome dome and stuff, and we'll be good to go. Happy Friday. Yes, Neil Blake Game. Happy Friday. Country Cycle Cam. That boat looks like it has a problem. My Country Cycle Cam. Maybe it's sinking. I don't know. Country Cycle Cam. Jeff, can I pull the chat? Where should I go for lunch? Ooh, that is a good one. Now, I know exactly. Where's Sheets, Country Cycle Cam? I'm in Canada, so I've heard of every one of them but Sheets. Tell me what that is. I know right away. Your first choice is my choice every time. Arby's. 100%. I get the large Arby burger. Oh my gosh. Put some of that secret sauce, whatever it's called, on there. And the Arby's sauce. Man, I love me Arby's. I could go for Arby's 7 days a week. If there was 8 days, I would go with 8 days Country Cycle Cam. But tell me what Sheets is. I don't mind some Subway, Wendy's, yeah, Burger King, yeah. Whatever you like, but I go with Arby's 110% each time. Eileen says Subway. There you go. It's Country Cycle Cam. There's a good choice. If I went to Subway, I'd have a meatball sub. I'm trying to cut out the meat. I'm trying to reduce my meat intake. So, but yes, I guess, well, Arby's wouldn't help either, would it? But I love me roast beef. I love it. Oh, yes. See, 7's enough. Don's asking, too, what is Sheets? I don't know what it is either. It could be just something they just don't have here. That's all. I know you have a million more choices. Like, you know, Hardee's and stuff like that. I don't even know. Does Hardee's exist anymore? Steak and Shake, all those places, they're not here. There's tons of them that you guys have over there, just like anywhere else in the world. And I imagine there's places here you might not have. But mostly, you probably have like 10 times the what we have and stuff like that. We have the basics, you know, Arby's, Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Subway, things like that. But just not all of them. Let's see here. Oh, Tony, how you doing, buddy? View this. I'm in sales meeting, but snuck in to say hi, everybody. Oh, no worries, Tony. Nice to see you. I hope have a good day and a good weekend, buddy. Have a good weekend. Thanks for dropping in. Much appreciated. Don 7's enough says, not sure what Sheets is, but Arby's has gyros or gyros. I know some of them call them gyros, but yes. Oh, I like those. I do like those. I like me souvlaki. That's my absolute favorite is souvlaki. If I could go 7 days a week, it'd be souvlaki every time. I go to this Greek style place. What is it? What's it called? Souvlaki. Not Tony Souvlaki. There's a guy here. I can't think what his name is now. But it's a souvlaki place here, and I love souvlaki. Love it. And gyros or gyros or whatever you want to call them, I love those too. Country Cycle Cam, www.sheets.com. Take a look at it. I can't do it right now, but I will look at it. Budget Bushcraft, hello everybody, taking a quick break. It's good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I realize, you know, you're probably at work, so I do appreciate you just dropping in. Just thanks very much, my friend. I do appreciate it. Country Cycle Cam, our local Arby's sucks sometimes. You know what? I understand. I do understand. Not every place. You know what? If I could go for fish and chips, I'd go for fish and chips. I'd go for a lot every day, wouldn't I? But yeah, no, I do like that. Oh, there's another place I don't know. Country Cycle Cam. Sheets is kind of like Rudders or Turkey Hill, but better. I don't know any of those Country Cycle Cam. It's just being in Canada, so we don't have those. So I don't know what those are. But are they like delis or anything? I don't know. So just curious. J-Real Slot, you look so far away. Do I really? Sorry about that. You know what? I could make it, let's see if we can make it a little bit bigger. Let's see here. Can I make myself bigger? want to see me bigger? Probably not. Is that better? Or cuts some of it off. Is that better, bigger, or should I be smaller? I don't know. I don't know if that's a better image of me this big, or should I make it smaller? Hey, look at, there's people swimming there. People swimming. Is that better, everybody? I don't know. Is it better, like a bigger image like that if I expand it? Or is it better like a smaller image? I don't know. So I can't tell right now. Country Cycle Cam. Jeff, you are so deprived. Well, Country Cycle Cam, we just don't have them here. That's all it is. It doesn't exist here. So there's a lot of things I would love to exist here. Like my one favorite thing on earth, as my wife's, is Krispy Kreme donuts. Oh my gosh, love Krispy Kreme donuts. They don't exist here. They were here for a couple years, and you know what? After about 3 or 4 years, they closed up, went back to the States. We have one left in all of Canada. It's down just outside of Toronto, and usually when we go up north to see my wife's family, and either traveling there or coming home, usually on the way back, because on the way there, we're kind of in a hurry, and it takes 7 hours to get up there anyway, so we don't usually stop too many places except to get gas and for the kids to go to the washroom. Bathroom breaks. So literally, we usually stop on the way home, get a couple boxes of donuts, a couple dozen donuts. But yeah, they have one Krispy Kreme left in all of Canada, and I mean, I think it's 24/7 as far as I know. But when you go, it's always busy. It's because everybody, you know, it comes in off the highway and stuff. It doesn't exist here anymore. I really don't know why they closed it up, because they seem like they were busy all the time. Excuse me for that. I'm wearing the cap, everybody, literally because the old Chrome Dome, when I'm on here, you can see the light here. Anyways, since I shaved the head bald and stuff like that, the light comes down, it shines. Nobody really wants to see that, so I'm keeping a hat on. Yesterday I had kind of a straw hat on for about a minute, 30 seconds, but I think the old baseball caps and stuff are the best for me. J-Real Slots, Laugh a Lad, Ball Life. Hey, bro, what's going on here? I'm taking a break, brother. Well, it's great to see you. Ball Life, thanks again. You know what? It's Friday. I'm looking forward to the family being off. That's about it. Got a few things planned this weekend. We have to go shoe shopping tomorrow. You like that? Shoe shopping. The wife and that, our son needs some shoes or boots or something. Anyways, we're going about half an hour out of town for a couple hours. There's this one place, it's like a shoe outlet. They used to make them at this place years ago, but then they discontinued them. I think they bring them in from Chicago or something now. But the shoe outlet, they're always pretty decent at about this time. I think it's the change of season. They're trying to get rid of their stock, bring new stuff in. But I mean, they're all, you know, good shoes and stuff like that. So and name brands and stuff. So anyways, that's what we're doing. And then our son would be, he says, can I stay home? He's 11. We're like, no, you're not staying home. He has to go because he's the main one we need to get shoes for, because he starts soccer next month, no, in May, I guess, and he goes from May to almost September and stuff like that. So we need to get him. He's grown so much. He's grown almost 1.5 feet since last summer, and he's like a beanpole now. And so we need a new pair of soccer shoes, so that's a good place to get them, because otherwise a kid's pair of soccer shoes, you're looking at almost $150, which maybe not bad price to some, but to me that's a terrible amount of money. But so needless to say, we're going to go do that, and there's excitement, right? And after that, our son's got a birthday party at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's his big thing. He doesn't want to go because he doesn't want to be late for the birthday. I think they're doing something exciting or something tomorrow. And I don't know if they're going to laser tag or what they're doing, but they're doing that. And then our daughter's, I think we're going to my mom's for dinner tomorrow night, because she's headed to Scotland for 3 weeks on Sunday with her friend who has been in Canada for 50 years. Her and her husband, they moved from Scotland 50 years ago. And anyways, my mom's friend, her mother, if you can believe, my mother's 77, or will be 77 this year, and my mom's friend, same age, and that her mother, my mom's friend's mother, is still alive in Scotland. I think she's 97 or 98 years old. But anyways, they're going to go stay with her. Like I said, they're going for 3 weeks, so they've got a place to stay while they're there, so that keeps expenses down slightly. But they get to go on, like, you know, 2, 3, 4 day trips and that while they're there during the week. So they'll go for a couple days, come back, and just tour around wherever. I don't know if they're near Inverness or where they are specifically. My mom told me, but you know, my short memory, I guess, right now. But yeah, she's going there for 3 weeks, and she comes home the middle of April. So we thought we'd go over tomorrow night for dinner one last time before she takes off on that. And that she's all excited. Then Sunday we take her to the bus terminal because she's flying out of Toronto. Her and her friend, they get the bus down to Toronto and stuff like that and fly out, I think, Sunday night, I guess, or something. Anyways, that's the weekend in a nutshell. Like everybody needs to know, but that's our weekend in a nutshell. Let's see here. Bigger is better, yes. Hey, J Real Slots, that's what she said. Whoops, I'm not allowed to tell that joke. My wife says no jokes like that. I'm not allowed to, sorry everybody. I know, kind of try to keep it family oriented, so that was just a little bit of a joke. Okay. Country Cycle Cam. Sheets is a gas station that carries a full hot cold food line and barista coffee made to order. Also your normal convenience store stuff. Some have seating areas and beer coolers. I will have to take a look at that. I wonder if they have them in Michigan or Ohio. We're closer to Michigan and Ohio. Here, Country Cycle Cam, it takes about an hour to 2 hours to get over to Michigan, whatever spot you go to, and then into Ohio, a couple hours, you're into Ohio. So honestly, that's usually where we head, unless we're going into Illinois to see my brother and stuff like that. But Ball Life, nice background, brother. Oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, just, you know what? It's just some, just trying to jazz things up a little bit, that's all. Like I said, maybe next week we'll bring out the old Hawaiian shirts and stuff, and Mai Tais and stuff like that. What do you call them? Smoothies. That's what my wife, not my wife, my daughter always loves on a Friday night. She says, Joe, will you make me a smoothie? Maybe I'll make like a pina colada smoothie without the liquor. That'd be cool. Hey, like in those big, fancy dancy glasses. I have like I'm sitting back at the beach. Yeah, and put suntan lotion on, like put a big like heat lamp down, and I'd be sweating or something the whole stream. I could fall asleep for an hour and you can sit there and laugh at me. How's that sound? Ball Life, cool green screen. Yeah, thanks a lot. Literally about a week ago we'd made one just with a sheet, and it was working pretty good. A little more jittery and a lot more, as you can see in the one corner down there. You see a tight bit. I just need to kind of maybe pull the green screen tighter. This week we ordered the green screen Sunday from Amazon. 2 days later it was here. So it seems to fix a lot of things. Fix the head part, because the spotlight on the head, literally it would get so glitchy it would almost remove certain portions of the head, and even the filters couldn't fix it. So a hat fixes that completely, and the green screen itself, being green and thicker, it removes a lot of the glitchy and spotty effects and stuff like that. If we stretch it out a little bit more, you'll be able to see a little bit more of the image. Joe wants to use it on Sunday on the Jeff and JoJo show, so I'll have to fix it so she can be on the green screen as well. I'm sure once she does that, things will change completely. She'll probably go like this, push me right out of the picture like that. Anyways, that'll be that. Country Cycle Cam. We lost our Krispy Kreme. Look up company man on YouTube. He says his rise and fall of businesses and did a video on Krispy Kreme. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. J-Real Slots reminded me of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. See how small you can go. Oh my gosh, that movie, I haven't seen that. Rick Moranis, right? I haven't seen that movie in years, J-Real Slots. That is a good one. Actually, you know what? The kids, I don't know. I think they may have seen it when they were kids, but I don't know. Country Cycle can be back. Okay, no worries. Ball Life, good to see you, brother. It's good to see you, too. It's great to see everybody. Thanks for coming. Let's see here. You waste Mike. Hey, Michael Murphy. That's Michael Murphy, everybody. Congrats on the 1K again, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. So has Mickey? I looked earlier and I don't know. Has she hit the big 4 yet? I haven't checked in about 2 hours, so I'll have to check again. 7's enough. Don says sports shoes are so expensive. They are, and I mean, not that we don't have $100 or whatever, but once you fork out 150 here, another 100 here, before you know it, there's $500 on the weekend. And I said to Joe, we have like whatever, but every weekend it seems like the daughter wants, can I have $80 or so? I want to go to the mall. I want to go shopping. I said, we don't even spend $80 on ourselves every weekend in that. But yeah, it's time for her. We told her a couple months ago it's time to start looking for a part-time job. From Munch. No. And then just after Christmas and the New Year, we still let her go do things with her friends. but every weekend it has to stop. We said, you're not going. You can go every weekend, but you're not. Your hand out. We'll get you to the mall and pick you up and stuff, but your hand's not out with asking for almost $100 every weekend to go shopping to get this. It'll be a sweatshirt, goofy sweatshirt you could probably buy. You could have bought at Walmart years ago. $90 or $95, $100 for a sweatshirt that says Champion. Do you remember those Champion? Remember that sports company Champion? That seems to be back. That seems to be a popular thing again. But I think you used to pay years ago. You paid $10 for a sweatshirt like that. Now they want $100. So needless to say, she's now starting to look for a part-time job. We told her it doesn't matter. It could be a couple days a week, but it can just basically be one shift a week. That's totally fine with us. We just want her to have some kind of responsibility. But since she's not getting the handout anymore, she's now come to the conclusion. All her friends have just started getting jobs. She seems to be one of the last few that don't. So we need to help her concoct a resume. My wife's been helping her try to get one put together and that. But you know what? Just like everything nowadays, if they've never worked, even going to McDonald's, it's harder. The one thing they can say is, "Oh, I have babysitting experience." But anyway, she will get one, and we're hoping at least, if not this exact second, by the summer, we'll just keep pushing and try to help her and stuff like that. Let's see here. The Life of the Helms Family Vlogs. Hi, how are you? It's great to see you. Good to see you. 3B Productions. Good afternoon, buddy. Good to see you. I started watching and I let it run, my friend. You looked like you were having fun. I like your setup and stuff like that. That must be OBS, is it? It must be your... is it like... what's the other program? OBS with... gosh, what is that program now? I can't think of it. Not OBS, the other program. Is it Streamlabs or Streamelements or anything running? That looks really cool. It does. G'day, to Ozzy. How are you? It's great to see you. Thanks very much. What time is it there? It must be Saturday morning. What is it? About 3, 4, 5 in the morning or so on Saturday morning. It's great to see you. You're in the future, just like Keg when he comes in. You're from the future too, Ozzy. Great to have you here. Thank you very much. And I realize it must be early. So thank you very much for saying hello. I appreciate it. Let's see here. To Ozzy. Yes, do it. Sounds awesome. Okay, great. Thank you very much, everybody. Much appreciated. Yes, Ball Life. Hello, everybody, and happy Friday. Woo! Maybe nobody needs to see my pits, hey? It's good to see you. Sorry about that, everybody. Jerry, how you doing, buddy? Geo Jerry's Adventures. Great to see you. If you like geocaching, check out Geo Jerry's Adventures, everybody. You know what? My son absolutely loves geocaching. My wife, my son and wife, even our daughter, I think my daughter likes it too, but I know my son and wife absolutely love it, Jerry. They absolutely love it. It's great to see you, my friend. And I was saying to everybody, you know what? I know you were talking to Joe, and I think we're going to take you up on your not your offer, but what you were explaining to Joe and that, about how, maybe we should get some, what do you call it, Hawaiian shirts and stuff like that. I said maybe a Mai Tai or two without the alcohol, but some sunscreen, some sunglasses or something, and like a beach chair. I could be laying there. The only problem, I said, Jerry, was I'm afraid that if I sit there and suck on like a pina colada, without the alcohol, of course, pina colada or something like that, alcohol-free or whatever you want to call it, probably fall asleep live on the stream. Everybody sit there for an hour or two till I wake up. But 3B Production Company, hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, so do I really do. Hope, everybody's having a great day. It's almost 12:30 here. Think about a couple hours. And for some people, it's already, it's already started and stuff like that overseas. But for most of us, I would imagine, the weekend's going to start in a couple hours, and that when they get done work or when their loved ones get home and stuff like that. But I don't know what everybody's got planned for the weekend. As you can see, I told you my whole family life story and stuff like that. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's put it this way. I went, many years ago, 20-some years ago, as a single. Didn't care for that. Got married, had a little girl and stuff like that. Didn't work out, but that was fine. Nice woman in that. Just didn't work out. And then I was by myself for 2 years and stuff. And those 2 years were the loneliest two. Lonely is the number one answer. Yeah, those 2 years, I did not care for those 2 years. I didn't know where life was headed for 2 years. I had a little girl and stuff like that. I mean, she was with her mom and myself and stuff, like back and forth. And that was hard and stuff. But 2 years of I didn't know what was going on. And then I met this wonderful woman, and she became part of our life. My daughter was just about 3.5 when I met Joe, and so Joe's been in her life pretty much 90% of her life and stuff like that. But anyways, then I met Joe. We didn't get married for a few years. We got married. When did we get married now? It's coming on 6 years ago. We got married June 1st of 2013. We were together a long time, almost 13 years, but we did get married a few years later. And the funny thing is, we had our kids. The nice thing is, the kids were small, but they were old enough. Ethan was like the ring bearer, and Jenna was the I was going to say pallbearer. That's not what you want to see. Our son was the ring bearer, and our daughter was the flower girl and stuff in our wedding and stuff. So anyways, that's that story. How did I get telling you my whole life story? But you know me, I have to tell you everything, don't I? Let's see. Ball life. Well, it's been a while, bro. I see you commenting on my channel. You know I check the daily. Always head over to your channel once I see your comment. Hey, Ball Life, no worries. Don't ever think anything. Let's put it this way. I can't check everything every single time. I'll tell you that. And I sometimes my comments are like, hey, happy Friday. And I started getting in trouble for that, for saying happy Friday. Because people were saying, your comments are going to the... Just, I don't have a lot of things to say. I mean, sometimes, you have things to say like, oh, this was a great video. And I'm not I'm a little direct when it comes to things like that. So anyways, yeah, I guess it is what it is. But no, I try just like everybody else does, but you can't get to every single one. I usually when they come up on the notifications, that's when I try to watch and stuff like that. But like you say, every day you can't see every single thing in the day, so you kind of have to sometimes watch some, miss the next couple days when they come out, and then just like everyone does and stuff like that, you watch this one, you watch this one today, you watch this one today, and then tomorrow, if somebody put out, you might not be able to watch their next one because you're watching somebody else's. Anyways, I'll be quiet. That's it is what it is. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, Country Cycle Cam, another one company man did a vid on, teens gotta understand money ain't free. Oh gosh, I don't think they do, Country Cycle Cam. I don't think they do, but you know what? They will. And my wife always keeps trying to convince me that, you know what, their time is coming. As they get older, they finish high school, college, university, or apprenticeship, whatever they're doing in life. It doesn't matter what they're doing. You know what? Some kids go off to school, some kids don't. Some kids go into work. Sometimes the best experience is the work experience and that they get. Sometimes, you know what? Not saying anything bad. I went to college and that. Nothing saying anything bad, but sometimes university is a great thing too. Go to university. 9 times out of 10, after university, you have to head back to college to get the work experience because you don't always get that experience in university. So, I find sometimes 70% of us head out of university back to college to get that experience, co-op or whatever they want to call it, to get a job. I swear a lot of engineering students would say, I should have just skipped that. I should have just did this, and got it over with in 2 years. But, or, sometimes working. I worked for a construction company for almost 10 years in a lab. And, when I finished college, I went through for something completely different, and then ended up working in a lab. And I had no idea. The fella that he was part owner in the company, he asked if I need a job. I just finished college and stuff, and I was about 3 or 4 months out of work and stuff. And I got my first job with him. And first year, it was a part-time, not a part-time. It was a, what do you call it? Seasonal job. You work 6 months of the year. Then you have the other part of the season off. So then you're trying to find a job doing whatever for 3 or 4 months before your job starts. So I did that, learned the job in about 6 months. Literally by the time I started to the end, I started getting the job. And then the next year, as I was working, they asked, do you want to, they'll certify. So I went for like a testing certification program. They sent me to Toronto, and I went through and did all that kind of stuff. I got certified, so then I was like the QA person for the company, and then there was about 3 of us worked there. And what would happen is we certified any of the stuff that was going out, because the tonnage of material that was getting sent out each day, they had to run tests on it to make sure, just like quality controls and stuff like that, because the Ministry of Province tests as well, because they're the ones paying you the contracts. So literally we would do that, and then we had a testing company. So if our specs didn't match, they always run 3 tests. One for us, one for the ministry, the government, and then a third one that was sent each week. They were tagged. They were sent off to a holding company, and they'd hold them for I think a good part of the season. And they all had serial numbers and stuff on them, tags. And if it came back to this material that you were putting out was garbage, they tested it. They could check the specs. You just had to make sure every time you were sending stuff out, it was it was making the certification specs. And so what would happen is, if everything went well, no need to worry. The government, you put out you put appraisals on work and stuff. So we go out and we'd survey stuff at the beginning of the season, and then you'd say this is what this is what they could pay us for us to do the work. And each company would put the bids in and stuff like that, and you'd have to say, oh, this is worth $25 million, or not that we're making the money, that's all the company was, but this is how much it would cost for us to pay all the employees and all this kind of stuff. So then, or whatever, I'm just making a number up, and then what they do is then they put it in. It's like, okay, who's the best whatever, who has the best rep, who has the whatever, who can do this for the cheapest. And you don't want to underbid yourself, because then you still have to pay everybody. But so usually you get the job, great, but then also they had contracts, they had bonuses, they called them. So then if you could guarantee a job, at first it started off so many years, you just had to guarantee it for 5 years or something like that. If you can guarantee it for 5 years, they might pay it on a $20-30 million job or $50 million job. They might pay a $2 million bonus or something, which seems like a lot of money, but it is a lot of money. But you also have to know for $2-3 million that they pay you, you have to guarantee that for 5 or 10 years or whatever the time frame is. But in that time frame, if it starts to fall apart, there's garbage, you have to go out there, rip it up, redo it. They don't pay again, so you could spend another 3 or 4 months out there redoing a job and stuff, and that $1 or $2 million has to cover everything that you're doing. So how to get off into this subject? I really do not know how I got off on that subject. I think I talk about it every 2 or 3 months. Anyways, let me get back in before I lose everybody here. Let's see here. Oh, GeoJerry's Adventure. Jerry says, Jeff, I can totally relate to you. Thanks, Jerry. I appreciate it. At least someone can. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good one, Jerry. Thanks. I'm so sorry I rambled on. I did, everybody. I know I did. I'm sorry about that, Jerry, Mike, Michael. Mike, she hit 4011, now back to 3951. Michael, it's going to happen. Everybody, she knows it. Every one of us know it. Once you hit that big whatever, they take their taxes and it gets put back down. So it probably within 2 to 3 days, 48 to 72 hours or whatever it is, should be right back up there. But they take the taxes and stuff like that, and then it just slowly keeps coming back. But she'll be probably in a day or 2 or 3 at the most. We'll be back for sure. YouTube is doing some weird stuff since last night. Yes, oh yes, numbers can change drastically. Don, 7's enough. I'm taking you to the pool with me. Laugh loud. We were at hotel. Oh, are you? Oh, that's awesome. We're at the hotel and I can't watch the live stream on my phone, so for some reason it shuts off. I try to come and I'm taking the computer live. Hey Don, no worries. You have a good time, okay? Have a great time with your family. Don't even worry about this. Go enjoy yourself, Don, and thanks for dropping in. But don't worry about this, Don. Have a good time with your family, okay? Have a good time. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. Let's see. 3B production company. Indeed, it's OBS tonight. It will be look even better on our live stream. Okay, sounds cool. Sounds cool. Ball Life. Okay, I'm off, brother. I'll catch you with Emace Mike now. Okay, yep, no worries, Ball Life. Thanks again. I appreciate it. Let me see where I am. If anyone want to hang out with us talking horror films, I'll be on at 8 p.m. 3B Productions coming. Sounds good. Let's see. Hey, I'm Macy. Hey, YouTubers. Hey, I'm Macy. How are you? It's great to see you. Thanks very much for coming. As you can see, we're just goofing around with some videos and stuff like that. I was a little smaller. They said you were looking too far away, so I made the image a little bigger and stuff like that. I was joking around saying maybe next week we'll put a Hawaiian shirt on or something, sip some Mai Tais and those coconut drinks, whatever else. What are those good ones? Tropical punch, rum punches, and all those kind of things. Jerry's Adventure says, Jeff, there is a ton of geocaches in your area. I think there might be, Jerry, and like I said, Joe, she's been out, like, 20, 30 minutes outside of the city and stuff. Like, exactly where we live, there's a bunch, too. Like, 2 years ago, they used to go all around every weekend with the kids. They haven't been out as much the last year and a half, honestly, to be honest. But once in a while when we're out, she'll look up on the phone, find the exact location. Went to this one place last summer, and she found one. And, it's funny, the owners of, it's like a little variety shop that's been around, like, I think it's been around 60 or 70 years, and it's been family to family. And they're a nice couple and stuff like that. They've had it with their kids years ago. Kids grew up, moved on, had their family and stuff, and they still, they're retired, and it's one of those places, it's like an old antique place. You go in, there's tons of stuff, but still a convenience store and all that kind of stuff. It's like the country store and stuff. That's what it's like. And you go, anyways, she found one underneath the staircase, and the husband kept saying, it's funny, there used to be these people come every weekend, and they sit by the staircase, and they'd be looking under the staircase. I didn't know what they were looking for, and he says, about 2-3 months ago, he said, this was going on for years. 2 or 3 months ago, I found out for the first time what everybody was doing. He says, I didn't know. It was somebody left something underneath the stairs in this little box. You open it, and then you sign it, and all this kind of stuff. But he says, I didn't know for years. People are dropping stuff, taking things. He says, I had no idea I thought people were just going crazy sitting on the stairs, but Jerry, they have a blast doing it. They really do. 3B Productions, 11:30 here. Oh, okay, 12:30. So just probably Central Time 3B production company, I imagine. IMAC 16:25, so 4:25 in the afternoon. Yeah, IMAC, you're 4 hours ahead of us right now. But the end of the month next week, you'll be going ahead again, springing ahead. We sprung ahead about a week or two ago, or so, about 2 weeks ago, I think. So I think I remember Dave Desmond's Donder says that, is it March 31st or something, at the end of March? Everybody in the UK switching ahead. The extra hour goes ahead, springs ahead. Country Cycle Cam, you're going to be in trouble if you forget that. Country Cycle Cam, I know. I'm reading all the funny comments on Facebook regarding the UK trying to leave Europe. I'm AC. I don't know exactly. Is it a couple of weeks or a week and a half until they figure out exactly what's 100% going on? Honestly, I haven't been catching the news as much as I should. I used to watch Sky News. Literally, you can get CNN, all the other BBC or whatever, all the other networks, CBC, everything here. But I found Sky News. I like Sky because I'm not as big a fan of CNN. It just promotes whatever. But Sky gave you a little bit more world news and stuff. I found that kind of interesting. Maybe someone over there is like, oh, that's... But for us, it's pretty interesting. You get to see a little bit more. Jerry Paul Bears. I must be super behind now, everybody. There's chicken stock, there's beef stock, and in the UK, it's a laughing stock. Oh, geez. It's always best to say something about the video. Eileen, I understand. J-Real Slots, appreciate you sharing. You and JoJo are awesome. I share too much, J-Real Slots. That's the only problem. I say too much. Your son did a great job on the stream. Yes, he did. He did, didn't he? Last Friday, I think it was our daughter's birthday. Dropped Joe off at work and decided to, take a... We drove around the city. Not the whole city, but just down 2 or 3 or 4 of the roads and stuff down by the university downtown. It wasn't everything. After I watched it, some of the footage is okay, some of it's a little shaky, and it was using our data, so it wasn't 100%, but it looked pretty decent. But I said after, everybody's probably thinking it looks like a small little town. It's a lot bigger. This is just like the downtown, and there's a lot more to the downtown. I was just literally driving kind of in a square, like just around the block, pretty much. That's all. Seven's Enough Don says, leaving up the stream but stepping away from chat for a minute. Oh, Don, no worries. And I know you're probably not here, but no worries at all. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. There we are. I think I finally caught up after about pretty much most of the stream. So what's everybody else have what's everybody else have going on either today or on the weekend? Anybody have anything planned or anything with their channel? I mean, literally on the weekend. Usually on the weekend, after Friday night, usually Saturday. I'm never on here Saturday very much at all. Sunday, we come back on. Usually with the weekend, we spend it with the kids and stuff, and then whatever we do, if we're out, try to maybe take a video of. That's usually what we do for our videos. We put them up. We get them together on on the weekend, and then usually a couple days later get it edited, put it back up and stuff like that. But that's pretty much all we do on the weekend, and unless we got something planned. I'd like to tell a story that we're going on vacation, but we're not anytime soon. I think in May we're going up. It's, what is it? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. By the time we go up in, they wanted us to go in April in around Easter in that a couple of weeks or 3 or 4 weeks or whatever it is. But we're not going to be going up in April like we would have liked to. The weather's still not 100%. Going up north to my wife's family. By the time we get up there, we're going up in about the first week of, I think the first weekend of May. So by that time, it'll be 7 months. I don't think we've been up there since October. So it'll be almost 7 months by the time we get up there. And that's a long time. My wife's, I don't think, ever been that long. Sometimes 5 or 6 months, but never 7 months. But she misses everybody, and we're going up every the first weekend or so of May. What was it? This September, it'll be 4 years now. My wife's brother, he ended up, fortunately, getting a brain tumor in his head, and they gave him so long, and he had a little bit of an operation. They removed a portion, and they thought everything was fine. And it was 3 or 4 months later, it came back, and it doubled in size. And then he went into a home, like a palliative care, a hospice, what it was, and he was there for a tiny bit. And then in September of 2015, he passed away. And the strange thing is, we were up there for my brother-in-law's funeral and that, and just a couple days before we were coming home, we got a call in the night, and my dad passed away. They were out camping, my dad and mom, and he just said to my mom, it was like a Saturday night or something, or a Friday or Saturday night, I can't even remember now. And literally they said, you know what, I'm just going to, it's 11, he's going to take the dog out for a walk. She said, no problem. He opened the door, and he was literally, they had like a deck on the, they were camping and stuff, like a RV camper trailer and stuff. And they had what do you call it, a deck. And he literally had 2 or 3 steps down to the grass and stuff, like, so it wasn't like it was a distance. It was literally like this far. And she heard a thud, and then she came out, and he'd fallen straight. And anyways, needless to say, he had a stroke. It upset my mom, but he had a stroke, and the doctor told her that when he had the stroke, it was like, literally it was there, and then it's like, turn the lights off. So he just went right away. So not a good thing to say, but if you're gonna go, that's probably the best way. And and he wasn't in the vehicle or car with anybody. It just happened. It was his time, unfortunately. And so, anyways, yeah, my dad passed away at that time. But so get back to the story. Sorry about that. It kind of bothers me every time I think about it. So, needless to say, every what do you call it? Every May, the first weekend of May, they have like a brain research or brain tumor walk throughout Canada and stuff like that. So anyways, we go up north to our families and that, and we do a walk for the last, I think this will be a third or fourth, I think this is 4th time, I think. I don't want to, 3rd or 4th, I think it's our 4th time. So we go do that walk, and they call it, his name was Mike, and so we've got shirts made up, and we call it Hike for Mike and stuff like that. He was a real nice fella and stuff like that, but he was, it just unfortunately happened to him and stuff like that. It's not something that you can ever predict for anybody. I imagine everybody's been through something like that. So anyways, we go up to that, and, they do like a, I don't know, they do a walk and all that kind of stuff, and it helps do research in that for brain research or whatever for tumors and stuff. That's it. Anyways, that's so we're going to be going up in May for the first time, and that's... by that time it'll be about 7 months. We go up the first weekend, and then the very last weekend of May we go back up again, because my wife's brother that passed away, his wife, she met a fella a couple years ago now, and they're getting married. She's getting remarried, and she's getting married in June. I think it's June 1st. So we'll go up a couple days before the end of May. And we'll go up there for another week and stuff like that. So, in a month's time, she'll get to see them twice in that, which is nice because she didn't. Anyway, sorry, I wasn't trying to be depressing or weird anybody out. I was just trying to tell a story. And, you know, sometimes I ramble, and that was the story. That's all. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, Raphael Scrapper. Hey, Raphael, how are you? Hello, Jeff. Hello, peeps in chat. It's good to see you, Raphael. Thanks again, my friend. I appreciate it. Oh, Geo Jerry, my mom is a brain tumor survivor. Well, that is awesome, Jerry. And you know what? We would love for my wife's brother to be too. It must have been in that certain stage. I guess there are certain ones that you know, they can help, and other ones that it's either too late or it's just a different stage and stuff. But that's awesome, Jerry. And I don't mean awesome in any way, but I'm glad that she was able to survive. That's what I mean. But it's a strange thing. I said to Joe, I said, you know what? I remember when I was a kid, you know, you hear of horror stories about people, these things happening with any cancers and that, but especially the brain tumors and stuff, especially kids in that. I find it so, not strange, but I find it, it's really, really a sad thing when you stop and think about it, because, you know what, I never, ever in a million years ever heard anything like this when I was a kid. I don't ever remember kids. The odd person would get something like this, but now it's got to be something, not territorial, what do you call it? Not hereditary, but it's got to be environmental. I mean, somebody might definitely argue with me on that, but I don't know what else it could be, because there's so much of it, it seems like now. And you know what, wasn't trying to talk about. And Joe, not your average Jojo. Hello, everybody, working but listening. Joe, I was just telling everybody we're going up in May, and then I got telling them why we're going up. They have a walk for your brother and stuff, not just specifically for your brother, but we do a walk for your brother for brain tumor research and that. And Jerry was just saying, Joe, I'm sure you read it, but Jerry was saying his mom's a brain tumor survivor, so that is it is a nice thing to hear, and that really is. Joe, it's good to see you. Good to see you all. Good to see you, Joe. Raphael Scrapper said, thanks. I'm cool. I'm eating break before scrapping. Gotcha. And Joe, Jerry's saying hi to you. Gosh, I don't know where today's gone. And Joe, Raphael Scrapper saying hi to not your average Jojo. I don't know. I took the beef strip. What did you want again? I don't even know what it was, Joe. Let me see what you said to me now. You said beef stir-fry strips. Yes, I took those out a couple hours ago, Joe. And my daughter sent me a message. Oh, no. Oh, she was just replying to something from like 4 hours ago. Sorry, I wondered what that was. I thought maybe it was something. I thought it might be something. I did not know. So how's everybody else doing? Everybody good? Everybody having a good day? I hope you're all having a great Friday and stuff like that. Yes, Joe, that's right. And oh, okay, it's just for the hospice. Okay, apologize, Joe. I was telling everybody it was for like so I was wrong. I apologize. Now your average Jojo says the walk is for the hospice my brother stayed at for the last 5 weeks. Okay, that's my apologies, Joe. I was saying it was for like brain tumor research or something, so that was my fault. I know it's for something. I just didn't know exact. That's my fault, but it's all for good. It's, you know what I'm trying to say. Joe's saying hi to Jerry and Raphael. It's been a good day, Joe. It has. I rambled on, as you know, about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm sure everybody just talked amongst themselves. And you know, I was telling at the beginning, you know, I put up the 10-minute starting stream, the intro, pretty much to get everything set up before we go live here on the hour every day here. I was saying that literally I usually eat my lunch while that 10-minute time frame's going. I have the countdown, the music. I turn the other mic off. I sit in here, eat my lunch. So, but I was saying, you know what? I couldn't find lunch today, Joe. So I had, I think it was, I don't know if it was a banana or what it was, some kind of fruit. And okay, I'm lying. I just had water and I had a yogurt. I was trying to make it sound like I was eating well. I had so Eileen says that's not a lunch, but I had yogurt today, Joe. That was lunch today. Yes, J Real Slots. Thanks again for coming. Have a great day, everyone. Got to run. No worries, J Real Slots. I'll probably only be on for the next 10 minutes or so. But I appreciate you coming. I really appreciate each and every one of you for coming. It's much appreciated. I hope have a good day and a good weekend, J Real Slots. Thanks again. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I was saying, Joe, that I was saying to Jerry and stuff and to everybody that, you know what, we'll have to fish out the old Hawaiian shirts and stuff like that. Maybe next week I'll get a Hawaiian shirt on. I said maybe we can make like Mai Tais or like, what are those fruity drinks that I like with the coconut and pineapple flavor? Pina colada, that's it. I love those things. But I said I'd make them, you know, alcohol free. I mean, can you imagine a live stream? If I drank those, I could sit here and like pass out on like a lawn chair or something, Joe. I said I'd probably get drinking one of them or something, pass out in the lawn chair, fall asleep for an hour or two, and everybody sit there and laugh at me. Thanks, Joe. Take care, Jay Reels. Yes. So how's your day going, Joe? How's everything at work? Everything pretty good? Joe, E-Waste Mike said that Mickey, she did hit, she went over 4K, she hit 4,011, and then it dropped down, you know, the taxes, and then it dropped down about 1950. But I said to him, I said, that's not to be expected, but that happens. Usually when you hit like a certain goal and stuff like that, they take the taxes, and then it takes a good 24 to 48 or 72, good day, 2 to 3 days to get back past that goal and stuff like that. But that's just the way it is and stuff like that, unfortunately. But I mean, I understand completely. So what else is new? Anybody have anything else going on? Like I said, I'm not going to be on here a ton longer. You know, it's Friday. I know everybody has things going on. Just thought I'd come on one last time till Sunday and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a good day, Joe. As like Gary Scandal says, I'm drinking my shine or my water and stuff like that. There we are. Let's see. There we are. Just double checking to make sure. I clicked on OBS the other day, and when I was doing it, some of the settings changed, and I'm not 100% sure how to get them. I set them back to the view settings. I set them back to the default because I don't know what I did. I clicked on something and I moved some of the settings around, and I'm trying to figure out where everything is now. It's set up like in about 5 different blocks. It shows you scenes, your sources, your mixers, your transitions, and your control scenes. But when I did that, I mixed the control scenes and the scene transitions in the mixer. And when I did that, I don't know if I've eliminated one of the options, but I'm not sure how to get it back without uninstalling it and reinstalling it. But I find even with OBS, when you do that, it stores whatever you had, even if you uninstall it and reinstall it. So we'll have to see. Let's see here. There we go. So anybody have anything else going on today or this evening or this weekend? Anything going on with channels at all? Or Joe, are you still here? I don't know if my wife is still here. Joe, throw me a... if you're still here, let me know. If not, no worries. Let's see. Let's see. Let me just close that, reopen. I'm just doing a few things in the background. Sorry about that. Pull up the pop-out chat again one more time. Let's see. Hopefully that works. My system is kind of, it's a little laggy right now. So some of my things aren't populating, so I had to close the one chat program out and reopen it, so I'm sorry about that. Let me just take out the top chat to live again. There we are, perfect. Okay. 7's enough. Jojo, not your average Jojo. Joe, if you're still here, Dawn, they're at a hotel, so I think they're out at the hotel, at the pool and that. But Joe, Dawn from 7's enough saying hi to you. Dawn, I don't know if she's still here. She was here for a few minutes, and then she's at work still, Dawn. So, if she, there she is. Okay, she's saying hi to you, Dawn. Now that's good. Yeah, I wasn't too sure because literally she might have her phone sitting on her desk, and if she gets busy, she puts it down and lets it run. But it looks like she still is here. I wasn't too sure. Deb Clendenning, Happy spring. Yes, happy spring. Isn't, you know what? Isn't that one of the nicest words in the last 3 months? Really, not to say the word winter. Not that there's anything wrong with winter, but I've been definitely glad to see that. It was a little chilly today. I went out for a walk for a bit, and glad I did go out for a walk. But I'm glad spring's on its way. Spring's finally here. I mean, next week and a half, you never know what you're gonna get here. Still, I mean, until April, I don't rule anything out. Like a few weeks now, we haven't had any snow. It's been warming up a little bit, but you know what? Usually it comes in one way and it always goes out the complete opposite. If it comes in like a lion, it goes out like a lamb, and if it comes in like a lamb, it goes out like a lion. Depends on where you are. If somebody said which one it came out, but I'm still worried that in the next week and a half, we're gonna get a big storm because we haven't had one in a while, and you know what? It's still coming, I think, as far as I can see. Raphael Scrapper says, no big plans at me, and not sure if I'll be able to stream on Saturday. Gonna visit some fam, and I'm not sure how late I'll be coming back home. Understand, Raphael, understand. You know what? It's the best time, isn't it, Raphael? Time with the family on the weekend. I love that time. My wife might, Friday evenings, by the time Friday night comes, I think everybody's tired. You know, it's been a long week. I think this week has been a terribly long week. But I'm so glad it's Friday night. I'm glad. I'm not. What are we having tonight, anyways, Joe? You had me take beef strips out, but I'm just curious what we're having. But I'm glad it's a weekend. Usually Friday night, things, if they're ever gonna come to a boil, like come to a head, they come Friday night. Usually Friday night's the kicker. Usually, if the kids are getting out of hand, or all week it's been going on, or whatever. Not this week's been great. They've been great kids and stuff. They always are, but sometimes things get over your head a little bit. And usually Friday night about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Usually by 8 o'clock Friday night, if anything's gonna come to head, that's when it is. And it's like the whatever hits the fan. Let's put it that way. And then I blow up usually Friday night and get one or two or both or everybody in the house upset with me, and then I might as well go crawl into the corner or something. But everything's good today, so hopefully hopefully this goofball doesn't raise his temper or anything. But no, it should be a good weekend. I'm just kidding. 7's enough. Don, you're so right. You're over the hump. Exactly. You know what? The worst of it's over. You know what? It's all... This guy that I used to work with used to say it all the time. I don't know why he used to say it. He says it's gravy from here. Don't ask me why, but he used to say it. Let's see here. Joe says, the Wi-Fi I use cuts out after 4 hours and then the dot, so I had to log back in. However, that means half my work day's done. Woot woot. Yeah, exactly, Joe. And as Don says, you're over the hump. That's the best part. Woo! Hey, Mickey, how are you? Hi, Jeff. How are you? I'm not your average Jojo. It's good to see you, Mickey. I was asking, E-Waste Mike was in. I'm going to go get lunch. We'll be back. Want anything? I would love. Do you have any souvlaki or anything? you have a good one, Mickey. We'll talk to you again. E-Waste Mike said, you know what? You're probably on your way back up to that magic number. But we all know, you know what? You get there, then they take a little bit away, and then, the next day or day and a half or 2 days, whatever it is, it comes right back. But, Mickey, that's awesome. It really is. Go have lunch. Have a good time. I'll talk to you later, Mickey, okay? Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. But, yeah, if you want to bring me a souvlaki or send me a souvlaki, that'll be amazing. Have a good one, Mickey. Thanks again for dropping in. I appreciate it. I'm going to probably turn off here anyways in a second. 7's enough says sushi. Oh, my gosh. Dawn, you know what? Our daughter, Jenna, she loves sushi. Last Friday was her 16th birthday. That's what they did. All the girls, there were 6 or 7 girls. They went out, had a birthday party Saturday night. And is that what they did, Joe? They went out for sushi, all of them. This is all you can eat sushi restaurant. And they love it. So they went and had sushi on Friday night, I think it was. And Joe says hi to Mickey. Yeah. You know what? Who was here at the beginning, Joe? Not Country Cycle Cam. And he was telling us all these different places. He was saying, where should I eat? Like Arby's, Burger King, Wendy's, Subway. And he said this place called Sheets. Don was asking too. I'd never heard of it. It's not something we have here. And I think he said Rudders or Ruddles or Rough, something like that too. Those 2 places I'd never heard of. He was explaining. He put the website in. We'll have to take a look at it later. I think it might just exist in certain places, but it sounded interesting. We'll have to take a look next time we're down
down in the south and stuff like that. I mean, it might not just be in the south. They might have them in Michigan too. But we'll have to take a look. Anyways, there we go. So we hit 1 o'clock. You know what? I won't keep anybody any further. You know what? I've extended my welcome. How's that sound? But you know, it's Friday. Everybody go have a great day and a good weekend. I really appreciate absolutely every single person. You know, it doesn't matter. Like Joe always says, it doesn't matter when you're here. It doesn't matter if you're here beginning, middle, ending, or today, tomorrow, a week, a month, 6 months. It doesn't matter when we see you. It's always good to see you. Everybody has things going on, so much appreciated for coming. If you have Jerry's, you all have a great day. You too, Jerry. Have a good one. Have a good day and a good weekend, my friend. Have a good weekend. Hope the weather's good for you. Everybody, Don, enjoy your holiday. If that's what it is, a holiday for you. Have a good time and stuff like that. Have a great time, everybody, today and on the weekend. Enjoy yourselves and with yourselves and with your family and friends and stuff. Have a great day, great night, and great weekend. Joe and I will be back on, hopefully on Sunday, Joe. But we'll see you Sunday night, and I'll be back next week. Thanks, Jeff. Oh, no worries, Don. Have a good weekend, okay, with your family and stuff, okay? Raphael, okay, take care, Jeff, and take care all in the chat. You too, Raphael. Every single person, you all have a great one, too. Yes, Don. You know what? It's a weekend. We're all going to have a good one. Everybody, have a beautiful weekend, okay? Thanks again. Bye-bye.